She is Nafisa Anjum Khan, an ULAB alumni. She took an initiative to reach food to the poor people who were hit hard by the lockdown during the first wave of pandemic in Bangladesh. Nafisa's small step that continued to grow bigger even after the lockdown was withdrawn drew high appreciation from different quarters of society. Even the national media published stories praising her philanthropic endeavor. Like Nafisa, there are many more ULABians who, after their graduation, get involved in different kinds of charity works, inspired by the values and principles they were introduced to in the university. An educational institution, the University of Liberal Arts Bangladesh, or ULAB, is devoted to developing young minds to their fullest potential through the free and creative pursuit of knowledge. It is firmly committed to helping young men and women to become responsible and caring citizens of the nation and the world. The core values that ULAB promotes and practices are love of lifelong learning, practicing integrity and leadership, encouraging innovation, promoting tolerance, and the pursuit of excellence.
From the onset, the university has been very clear about its core values. These core values, set by our founder, are the standards that drive our culture, guide our conduct, and set the minimum expectations for everyone at the university. The challenge posted to all departments at the university is to be creative in instilling these core values among the student body. How do we teach integrity in leadership? How do we encourage an innovative spirit? How about promoting tolerance and pursuing excellence? How about the commitment to lifelong learning or lifelong transformation? We at the university are mindful that these cannot be taught at a theoretical level. It is not about memorizing values and the definitions of different values. These values need to sink deep into the heart of each individual student. It is only through this that the university will be successful in having graduates who are engaged citizens of the country, where they will give part of their time and resources to build and serve civic communities. Volunteerism is needed to create a free and equitable society.
The Curriculum Integration Program was launched back in 2009 summer term. It has two primary objectives. First, it utilizes active learning approaches to instill ethical values in students. Second, it encourages students to look inward, to reflect on their own responsibilities, aspirations, and identities.
At the School of Social Science, faculty were unanimous in believing that students need to work on real-life situations in order to imbibe the university's core values. Every term, students from different year levels and study concentrations who are taking different courses need to analyze inside and out a prevailing social problem. The approach is otherwise known as authentic learning, as it prepares students for the real world more effectively than traditional classroom-based learning. Herein, students are allowed to explore, discuss, and meaningfully construct concepts and relationships in contexts that involve real-world problems and projects that are relevant to them. To guide or frame these discussions, the School of Social Science presents a theory from the social sciences or from related disciplines. The theory helps explain the phenomenon and acts as a discussion starter in tackling the social problem at hand. One of the real-life situations student was asked to tackle was about the psychology of pandemics in the summer term 2020. With the theme Psychology of Pandemics, the curriculum integration seeks to make sense about what is happening to all of us. To recall, on 16 March 2020, the Bangladesh government issued a directive decreeing all educational institutions under the Ministry of Education to close. The order was later extended and re-extended. Then, to minimize possible academic losses, the University Grants Commission declared on March 23 that all universities introduce online education to run academic activities. Universities had to drastically shift from physical to online classes. These efforts were initiated to flatten the curve so as not to overwhelm the country's health system. In midst of all of these, students felt a lot of emotion: fear, anger, worry, anxiety, helplessness, isolation, and confusion. When they seek information, they view a lot of alarming bulletins and reports on television, online news, and social media. They observe political actors engaged in a blame game, conspiracy theories, fake news, and misinformation. Instead of seeing a world united to solve the most challenging phenomenon of our generation, they witness a world divided. Hence, there is a pressing need to understand the psychology of pandemic. Students need to make sense of it all. In 2019, University of British Columbia professor Stephen Taylor predicted that there will be another pandemic. He provided some guidance on how to deal with this from the perspective of mental health. He gave pointers on how to preserve our mental health, how to analyze conspiracy theories, and how the media can help in combating the current crisis. By the end of the module, the students were expected to understand the psychological impact of the pandemic, learn ways on how to deal with the psychological impact, know the reasons behind the propagation of misinformation and conspiracy theories, including how to combat the same, and realize the importance of communication in combating the pandemic. The main topics under the psychology of pandemics were as follows. 1. The psychological impact of pandemics. 2. Trust, doubt, and conspiracy theories. And 3. News, messaging, and countering conspiracy. Through curriculum integration program, students from participating courses were asked to tackle the issue, producing output, whether project-based, campaign-based, or performance-based, to elucidate about the real-life problem.
The faculties discuss the CI theme in a common forum and also in the individual classrooms. The students from the participating courses dissect the theme, discuss it in groups, view it from multiple angles, and finally manifest their conceptual messages through various creative works under the mentorship of the course tutors.
There are about 15 to 20 courses joining curriculum integration program every term. The outputs from the participating courses may be divided into 1. Project-based, 2. Campaign-based, and 3. Performance-based. Project-based outputs include visual exhibits and film exhibits. The former incorporates photographs, introduction to photography, digital art, Convergence Communication 1, video art, Convergence Communication 2, and posters, Principles of Public Relations. Film-based projects involve documentary from documentary production class, television news packages from investigative journalism, fictional narratives from fictional narrative production class, music videos from digital post-production class, and animation from introduction to animation class. Campaign-based outputs contain advocacy campaigns from development communication, public health awareness building, health communication, advertising campaigns from advertising, and corporate campaigns, creative private media, and strategic communication. Performance-based projects include speech performances, speech writing and public speaking, stage theater presentation, media presentation and performance art from visual communication class.
The department then holds public exhibition of the harmonized output of the students from participating courses.
Since the program allows the interaction of students from different year levels and from various courses, and since the student outputs are placed on display for everyone to see, peer-to-peer learning is facilitated. Also, since parents, relatives, and friends are invited to exhibitions, there is a stronger social support as their loved ones get to know what the students are progressing and accomplishing in their academic life. With the exhibits being visited by industry professionals, students who produce excellent work are noticed. As they produce more works, they build a portfolio, preparing them for future employment. In this sense, the portfolio does not only display the learned skills of the students, it also demonstrates how students can apply their skills in different social contexts or real-life situations.
The Curriculum Integration Program is one of the reasons why the MSc department is unique and different from all other media schools of the country. With this innovative pedagogical approach, the department is very much on a firm footing to achieve its goal, that is, to produce ethical citizens who critically explore, understand, and utilize media, culture, and communication. The department believes that students must be comfortable and confident with themselves before they can positively contribute to society.